Hi, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with the office the other day, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you guys can do to potentially get more traffic online and, maybe improve upon your website a little bit. So, with that, let me get started. You're doing a couple good things here. I like your logo up top. You have a couple areas where people can, get a free quote. You have your email and your phone number at the bottom. So there's a couple of great things here. The one thing looking through your site that I think is really hurting you is that there's not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text, and in this instance, I'm talking about text. And the reason why you want a lot of content is really twofold. The first is so that you could be found for keywords, things that people search that you want to be found for, and you are being found for four. One must have dropped, but nail construction, nail co. You're being found for those particular keywords. But you're not really being found for anything buyer specific. And what mean by that is, I did some searching in San Antonio, in New Braunfels, which are, generally the higher volume locations near you. And as you can see here, there's almost, 17,000 searches a month for roofing in San Antonio, and a little over 3,000 in New Braunfels. So you're looking at 20,000 searches a month online. And, just being able to get some of that volume is pretty important. But, say you wanted to rank for like roofing San Antonio, right? I would have that as a heading with, as it's typed verbatim, roofing San Antonio. I would have it, in my text. Might even save an image as that keyword. So instead of this being saved as NN icons or whatever, you save it as roofing San Antonio or San Antonio Roofing Company or whatever may be. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have those keywords verbatim within your content as a heading, and these headings are very important to have keywords in there. Saved as photos. It just goes a long way in helping you get ranked higher and faster and more efficiently. So, really important to have those keywords in there. The second reason why it's important is because it is a ranking factor. Google has an algorithm to determine what websites get ranked higher than others. And one of the factors within that algorithm is content. And not just quality of content, but also quantity. And, so the more content you have, the more likely you are to rank. Plus, you can add more keywords in there. So, really important to have content not only on your homepage, but throughout your site. So, content would be my first tip, to add content, a lot of it, and make sure it's that buyer intent keywords, throughout your site. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile. So you might be ranking, in McQueenie, but it's just not a lot of volume there, and you really want to grow and eventually get to this New Braunfels area. And how you really grow this, one is reviews. Google wants to see that you're doing business and that businesses trust you enough to give you great reviews. And the more quality reviews you have, the more Google's likely to trust you as well. You want this information pretty consistent throughout the web. So if you have a Yelp page or a Nextdoor page or a, Home Advisor, Angie List, whatever, directory you may be on, you want to make sure that all these things are the same, like your business hours, right? If on a Yelp, for instance, it says that you're open 24 hours, Google doesn't like those inconsistencies. They want to see that anybody can search on any platform and get the same accurate information no matter where they're at. So really important to, really build up, you know, this information on all those directories to be the same and accurate. And then last but not least, you want to save photos that are saved as keywords, and you want to geo tag them. So, if I'm wanting to rank for roofing San Antonio, let's just say roofing New Braunfels, since you're pretty close to New Braunfels. I would save a photo as roofing New Braunfels, and I would tag it maybe in this location, and Google can see that, hey, they probably did a service or a roof in that area, and that just adds as, oh, this is their service area, and you can continue to build and grow, and it builds like a flower. It kind of blossoms and grows from there. And why this is important, I'll go through in a second. But my third tip is just to build up the strength of your site. And currently, what you have is one referring domain or one website that's sending a link back to your site. And it's not a do follow link, so it's not giving you power. And that's why you have no data and zeros here. And typically, what you want is you want websites that are going to send links to your site, and you want them to be do follow links to get power. Not all of them should be do follow, but at least half or a majority. And what happens there is it just builds and grows, and you want to be in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and you want to be in a 1-to-1 ratio here. And just to show you what that looks like, this is Transcendent Roofing, and they don't quite have the 1-to-1 ratio, but they are, they're in the 30s. And as you can see here, they have 60 referring domains and 80 or 60 do follow links and 84 referring domains, and they're ranking for almost 1,000 keywords, and they're getting almost a little over 750 clicks a month. So obviously this doesn't really happen over time, but you do, or it doesn't really happen right away. It happens over time, but you do want to really start building that up. And the reason why is because everybody searches differently, right? Some people click on the first thing they see, which is a great reason to run Google ads or to be in this Google sponsored Google guaranteed thing, or you can also be in the map pack. That's a great these Google business profiles, and why it's one of my tips is because they pull up to 40% of the traffic. So you look at this particular keyword, there's 600 searches a month. That means it's like 240 searches right off the bat are going to these top 3 roofing companies. So really important. And then this top spot can get up to 30%, 31% of the traffic. So having a variety of ways in which to get people to your site and get your phones ringing, whatever it may be, is important. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, concerns. We would love your feedback. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to our Google Calendar. Feel free to schedule some time if you'd like to talk. Myself or my business partner Jackie would love to get back to you at whatever time is convenient for you. So with that, have a great day and God bless.